What's up, everybody? Wolf of Walmart. We're back. We're back, baby, again. We just got off, and now we back. Storage is a big deal to me. If you are a tackle fanatic like myself, you know there's only a very small window of time for me as an angler that I carry minimal. It's a very small window of time. It's the dead center of summer. And when I'm on the bank, I grab like a jig Texas rig rod and a frog rod. And that's about it. And I can fill my pockets with all the stuff that I need. I put about 3 packs of soft plastics in my back pocket, a couple frogs in my front right pocket, hooks and weights and bobber stops in my left pocket, and my Leatherman. And it's 2 rods, me, and a bunch of fun fishing. Well, now I have this wonderful kayak. And that will happen this summer, I promise you. I will go out on the kayak with nothing but a frog and a jig rod and almost no baits and no nothing. And I will be out there in a pair of shorts and probably just my PFD because it gets up into the hundreds here. So that'll be a fun video. You guys will get to see me in my shirt off. It's hideous. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I am a kitchen sink guy. And when I say I'm a kitchen sink guy, how do I explain this the best? Okay. I organize my tackle, and then I also have it boxed up in seasons. So, this is my winter stuff. Those are my winter soft plastics. I mean, I have bins. All those are my Dark Horse boxes up there. Woo! Bins of plastics. We've done this video before. I have, all my that's my quick grab pile right there. Ha ha ha. These are my go-tos right down there. Those are what I load with my quick grab stuff per where I'm going. And I usually carry 2 to 4 3,700 boxes with me. That may not sound excessive to some, and that may be like, what the heck are you doing, dude, to others. Point is, I don't like variables. I don't like not having the one thing that they're biting. And I'm a very much have and not need versus need and not have kind of guy. So I am now in a kayak. How do I go about managing my tackle? I don't have hundreds of dollars. A lot of people say get a milk crate, throw it in the back. I think that's a great idea. And I have plenty of milk crates. Unfortunately, they're full of tools. I will eventually come up on another milk crate, and I will probably throw a milk crate back there for a while. But we are in the weather where if I throw boxes back there, I want to know for sure that they're waterproof. And like I said, I don't have waterproof boxes. What I have are these type of boxes, a bunch of them. But I have all 3700s. So how do I go about putting what I think I'm going to need in a spot inside my kayak and make it easy to get to? Because another thing that I've had problems with is I've recently put my net in the back, and reaching back to get that is weird to me. Like, I'm still, being afraid of the water, uncomfortable with just rocking even a little bit. I'm like, I don't know about this, like, I'm very uncomfortable. So, I mean, I'll get there to where I'll be fine. I'll probably be like, standing on the chair top to get something back there eventually. But for now, I'm not. So there's not a milk crate going back there because I'm not trying to dig back there more than I need to. So my next option is to either put all the tackle in front of me or under me. And the cool thing is Bonafide came out with this thing called the underseat storage. They have a thing called the junk drawer, and that works great for like the SS 127, the P 127, SS 127. I think that's what it is, SKF or something. The SKF's a skiff. I'm lying. But there's underseat storage called the junk drawer, and you can get those. But those are for a higher leveled seat. The RvR has a lower seat. It also doesn't have seat risers yet. So, I'll get there when I get there. I kind of like being lower center of gravity, less chances of falling. That's great. But the junk drawer doesn't necessarily fit under the RvR. It's just not made that way right now. But they did come up with this. What is this piece of canvas, you ask? Well, it is the under seat storage system for the Bonafide RvR. And it is a very simple install. These Velcro straps wrap right around the seat, the lowers of the seat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now with this wonderful belly cam I have going on. I would say chesty cam, but I don't have a chest, but I do have a belly. Belly cam going on. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of do a walkthrough real quick. I mean, I'm sure pretty much everybody knows how to do Velcro, but if you don't, and you have an RVR, and you would like some storage under your seat, this is an option. You can get it right on the Bonafide site. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And let's go. All right, so I do have to loosen this guy up a little bit because he's going to go ahead and come out. Not for very long, but enough time for me to justify unscrewing him out of there. Oh, or maybe he's not coming out. How did I get him in there? There we go. All right, now, before I go about doing what I'm about to do, say my seat is not in this perfectly backed position. Say it's somewhere in the middle or somewhere comfort to per angler. I need to find a way to make sure that my seat stays there. Well, or goes back to that position. A good old mechanical pencil. One mark there. One mark right over here. I want to point it down. There we go. Seats, the rails are now marked. I can go ahead and undo these. Probably undone them both at the same time, but I just didn't. All right. Come on. It's just spinning in there. I don't know why. There we go. Got it. Now I'll take this guy off real quick. My seat is unclipped. This is my seat clip right here. Make sure this goes back in there. Boom. Seat comes right out. With those two knobs, the seat comes right out. And I was curious about this, and I found this out because, like I said, I've already fished this system. I've already done all this, but the video is too long, so I'm doing this. The rods are made to sit in this rubber track, strapped down, and the butts of the rods go right in here, which is amazing for travel. Amazing for rigging from the truck to the water and from the water back to the truck. That's awesome. And I was curious, is this undermount storage going to block the rod butts from getting back in here? The answer is yes. The cool thing is there's these rivets down here, or rivets, excuse me, cutouts down here, where I literally just set my rod butts in there. The rod stuck out a little bit further down here, and it was still just fine. So I'm not necessarily worried about it. Oh, there's a washer here. I better make sure I have the washer for the other side. That'll be fun. Yay. All right. Anyways, we'll get to that later. Seat. Undermount storage is meant to face forward. So first things first is I strap the back. The reason why I strap the back first is because that way I know I have a good tight fit. If I strap the front first and then try and strap the back, I could end up with that loose, saggy, dirty diaper look, and I don't really want that. I like things a specific way. So I want to make sure that when I do this properly, or the way I see fit. I start in the back, got the back down tight. Oh, pull the front as tight as possible. I mean, I'll even loop it back just to get it a little bit tighter. Bring the front Velcro down. Done. Same thing on this side. I don't know why I'm pointing down so far. Sorry guys, that was my balls. Anyways, pull it nice and tight.
And if you're curious if this Velcro gets and bothers your leg or hands or anything like that, it does not. Boom, that thing is nice and tight. Now I still have some space under here. I'm not necessarily worried about that because it's not obstructing or bothering anything. I mean, these straps you could run through here if you really wanted some more support. I'm not really going to undo the straps just to get it the way, you know, I see it. Now, before I put the seat back in, like I said earlier, there's this little plastic washer here. I want to make sure that I have that plastic washer over there, that it didn't fall out on me. So let me come over here. And I look down in there. I don't necessarily see that plastic washer down there. So I'm guessing either the previous owner adjusted the seat a bunch, or they put it on one side and not on the other, and that's just the way it goes. So we'll go ahead and find my pencil mark. There it is. Oh, the washer is actually inside this. Okay, good. So the washer is stuck to the seat, which is great. It tells me that I'm still in the right. Oh, it's a lock washer. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. The camera just shut off. It's probably operator error. Now let me see, get these tracks just right again. Make sure that I get this down inside. Boom, that's not fully tight yet. I need a little play because I need to go back over to the other side. That's my rod tip right on the camera. Yeah, it's funny. I'm actually more concerned about my rod tips than I am about the camera. And then this goes down in here. Ooh, there we go. That's why. See? Gotta get this dead center of that. Okay, we are in. We are in. Tighten both of these things back down right here. Whoops. Not too tight. Almost forgot. Where's my pencil mark? There it is. All the way back, guys. All the way back. That's where I like it. No innuendos whatsoever. Hand tight. Hand tight. Man, that was super easy. And now I have perfect undermount storage below my seat. That's awesome. I'm loving it. All right, let's go see what we got here. So Souders told me the size box to put under here, but I'm going to do this for you guys because if you're anything like me, you got a lot of 3700 boxes. I have 2 slots down there for boxes. Go ahead and put the first one in. This is a 3700 box. Woo, solid. Yeah. Now I come around here to this side and oh no. Oh no. It don't fit a 3700 box. Well, because that's canvas, the canvas is actually stretching to the left. These are not meant for 3700 boxes. So if you thought you were going to get this and put your 3700s in there, that ain't going to happen. It is made for 2 3600 boxes. Now, sorry, I gotta take a drink. This is my giant mess. I'll get to all this later. Oh, speaking of which, cup in the cup holder. Boom. Solid, ready to go. These. So I don't have 3600 boxes, but what I do have is a whole handful of these. These I usually put like all my terminal tackle in, and I kind of organize it. Like that was my drop shot. This is my Nico rig. This is my general, which is like a little bit of everything, weighted hooks and all sorts of fun stuff, weights, bobber stops, offset hooks, straight shank hooks, you name it. So the terminal tackle used to go in these. I used to always just do terminal tackle in these. Well, because these are the 3 techniques that I'm running right now, I can fit them in here. And the great thing about this is they're small. They're not 3700 boxes. They're very tiny. So I can fit 3 stacked in right there. No problem. Boom, I got all my terminal tackle in here. Now I got swim jigs, bladed jigs, you know, moving jigs basically. Goes in here. Flipping jigs. I do not fish without some jigs on me. I don't think there's a time of year that I would ever fish without a jig on me. I'm just that guy. I don't care what people think. Boom. Two right in there. I could fit 3. I could probably fit 3 in both. I don't have 3. I have 5 of those boxes, so 3 in one side, 2 in the other. When it comes to crankbaits, yeah, a lot of crankbaits are going to fit in there. A lot of larger lures are not going to fit in there. I will be looking at 3,700 boxes coming out here soon. If you guys have any recommendations for boxes for kayaking, 3,600 boxes. I don't know why I said 37. 3,600 boxes, whether it be Plano, Flambeau, Bobo, I don't care, you name it. Let me know. Let me know what you're using that's waterproof or great for you, easy access for you to use. Please let me know, because I am really interested in getting this thing rigged out to where I am fully comfortable on the water and fishing. So with that in, I'll put this guy back in just because I took him out for the whole seat thing. I didn't realize that I could just unscrew the seat and pull it off. He didn't need to go anywhere technically. I try and keep him tucked up here. I initially was like, oh, I'll just tuck him straight out, but that gets in my foot area. So, and then one last crank real quick. Yeah, whole thing. Boom, it's in there. Scale's in there, still fits. Now, like I said, the rods don't fit all the way to the back, but they will fit in these slots right here, which is great. And like I was talking about earlier in my other video, my catch board. I was told that this cutout down here, below this, I know you guys probably can't see it right now, I showed it in the other video, is made for the catch board to go upside down and sit inside. That's awesome. I would love to do that, except for I can't because I put my cup holder there because, that's where I want my cup holder. But with this dual pack and this catch board, it slides right in there. And that dual storage right there holds it. I am not tripping. I was fishing all day and that catch board didn't go anywhere but sit right there until the one time where I pulled it out to measure fish. I got to measure fish on the catch board. That video's coming out. It's not a big fish. It doesn't really matter. I think it was like 13.5 or something if I remember right. The point is, I actually got to catch a fish, put it on the catch board, and measure it on the catch board. I took a photo. I felt really cool. That's makes me an official kayak angler. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and go back over to the desk and we'll finish this out. But for now, this is the hero shot of the kayak. All loaded out. Minus the 2 rods back there and the net that goes in the back because I took the net out. But this is the RvR. Before, all I had was the blue and the seat, and all this has been coming along wonderfully. It is becoming so much fun. This is actually where I mount my camera, but I took it off because it's right here. This has all been such a wonderful experience. I'm just geeked out about this stuff. This is so fun. I can't wait to keep moving on this thing. I did fish this rig just like this, and I had an absolute blast with it. I still spin like a top. Let's talk about that.
What's up? I still spin like a top. I spin like a turd floating around down a flush toilet. There is a rudder that you can lever that you can drop. And that's another thing, that rod rack, I was like, oh man, is this going to obstruct I don't pull that thing up and down. Once I get in the water, it goes down and I'm good, and it doesn't come back up until I'm ready to leave the water. So I'm not necessarily concerned about the rod rack obstructing the rudder. But what I will say is that I am having a hell of a time trying to stay in the right spot. I am having a hell of a time once I cast and retrieve, keeping my kayak in the direction that I want to go. And I'm not talking about gale force winds. I'm talking winds 2 miles an hour for 5 minutes. And I'm way out of where I need to be. And it was getting really frustrating. I'm sure you'll hear the tone of my voice in the video about it. I was getting a little fired up because it's like, oh, well, here I am, because I'm literally casting to a spot and I either float right on top of it, so I'm now sitting on top of my strike zone. Like, and this ain't deep water. It's like 10, 15, you know, the length of the kayak at some points is like the deep spots, and that's where the fish are at, and I am literally sitting on top of them. Like, if the water was clear, I could probably look down and see them. And it was getting super frustrating for me. And it wasn't like I was throwing out like I was throwing a Carolina rig the other day. That was super fun. But it's not like I'm throwing out a 2-ounce Carolina rig, getting it caught in some rocks and just towing myself into the strike zone. It's like, I'm fishing, no big deal. And yeah, of course, the movement of the lure is going to give a little bit of drag on the kayak either way, pull a little bit, but like the wind was just blowing me around. So I really need to look into some anchor systems. The RvR is set up perfect for that dual anchor wizard system, and I'm really looking into it. It's a lot of money, and I don't think I can afford anything right now. I was thinking about just buying some PVC and some adapters and just stacking it down, but having 15 plus foot PVC pipe hanging off the side of your kayak isn't necessarily beneficial. So if you guys have any ideas, I would love to hear them, because it's just starting to get pretty frustrating. I know I haven't been doing it that long, but I can see that writing on the wall that it's really going to put me in some awkward positions coming up here soon. So other than that, the rod racks, the undermount storage, everything performs like a dream. Love it. I love the kayak. This is so fun for me. So please sound off in the comments and let me know what you guys think. Like I say all the time, like this video if you like it. Don't if you don't. Either way, leave me a comment so I know where I'm going from here. Thanks, guys.